supreme leader, Ayatollah Seyed Ali Khamenei, who was killed in a military strike alongside several military commanders and civilians amid the ongoing conflict involving the USA and Israel against Iran. The ceremony is being held at the residence of the ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Iran in Waterkloof Ridge, Pretoria. For the latest developments, we are joined on the line by our reporter Michael Mbewe. Michael, good afternoon and thank you for joining us on Africa Update.
Good afternoon, Lulu, and good afternoon to our listeners.
Now, what's the latest on the memorial service of the slain Supreme Leader?
Yes, indeed, Lulu, we're coming live to you from the embassies, from the ambassadors of the Islamic Republic of Iran house in Waterkloof Ridge in Pretoria. Quite a somber mood prevailing here, where members of the diplomatic corps are arriving one by one to pay their respects and conveying messages of condolences to the Iranian ambassador to South Africa. Among those in attendance, I noticed there was a former South African Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Naledi Pandor, as well as the Chinese ambassador, Venezuelan ambassador, and many other, highly respected people in the diplomatic corps, but also our local politicians. So I saw some members of the SACP, members of Al Jamaa Party, but also Khumalo, the MK, controversial MK, party leader that started the party. We understand what happened with the party, with Jacob Zuma, indeed, Lulu. So just to also highlight maybe what led to this, just a brief bio about this leader who has been slain for the sake of our listeners. Is Ali Khamenei has served as Iran's supreme leader since 1989, succeeding Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. So notice the difference between Khamenei and Khomeini following the 1979 Islamic Revolution. So he was born in Mashhad in 1939. He studied Islamic theology and became actively involved in opposition to Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, which led to multiple arrests and period of exile before the Iranian Revolution. After the revolution, Khamenei held several senior positions, including President of Iran from 1981 to 1989 during the Iran-Iraq War. As supreme leader, he has been Iran's highest political and religious authority, overseeing the armed forces, judiciary, state broadcasting, and key strategic institutions. His leadership has significantly shaped Iran's domestic government, regional policy, and relations with Western powers over the past 3 decades. He was killed in a strike at the start of the U.S. and Israel assault on Saturday, and we have learned that authorities in Iran have postponed the funeral ceremony for the late supreme leader as U.S. and Israel forces continue to intensify strikes across the country. An official said that there have been many requests from people wanting to attend the 3-day event at Tehran's prayer complex, and that infrastructure needed to be prepared, and that had been due to begin on Wednesday night, Lulu.
And just for interest's sake, Michael, is there a condolence book available for the public to sign?
Absolutely. All these are dignitaries that are coming through are signing a condolence book. But also talking, on a side with the official who just updated me, on a side that the death toll, according to the Iranian state media, the death toll from 5 days of this U.S.-Israel attacks has reached to 1,045 people dead and more than 6,000 people wounded. So, quite, a remarkable event indeed that we're witnessing in Iran, Lulu.
And how long is the memorial service going to be? And, has there been any information that may not be in the media space so far that you've managed to pick up from the embassy itself?
Well, I think one other thing that I've picked, the mourning period, according to sources, they say it takes about 40 days. But one thing that I also found out is about the succession, plan of the supreme leader, because they don't normally take too much time. And what we have, found out is that Mujtaba Khamenei, who is the son of Iran's late supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has emerged as a leading contender to take up the country's top post after years spent cultivating influence within the establishment and forging close ties with the powerful Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, otherwise known as IRGC.
Does it mean that he's got support of the council that will be making a decision? What's the stance there?
Absolutely. I think that will emanate after maybe the funeral ceremony has taken place. And as we know, this is the 6th day of this conflict. And what is other thing that they are worrying about is that the Iran's Ministry of Foreign Affairs is accusing the U.S. and Israel of striking about 33 civilian sites across the country. These locations reportedly include hospitals, schools, residential areas, the Tehran Grand Bazaar, and the historic Golestan Palace complex. And another thing that we learned is that there are also growing signs that the Kurdish Iranian armed groups are launching a ground offensive in northwest Iran against the Islamic government. So too much complex in this conflict that we are witnessing in front of our eyes. But also another interesting thing is that Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has also commended Spain for refusing to allow the U.S. to use its bases for the war, whereby U.S. President Donald Trump threatened to cut off trade with Spain, something also that is making rounds within the diplomatic section.
Yes. Well, Michael, thank you so much for that update. We'll leave it there for today. That's Michael Mbewe, our reporter who is out in Waterkloof Ridge in Pretoria at the Iranian Embassy in South Africa, where they're hosting a memorial service to honor the life of the slain Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. It is 12:30 and our news headlines up next.
SABC News headlines. The African perspective.
Thank you, Lulu. The new report by the United Nations Commission on Human Rights in South Sudan warns that the country is sliding dangerously close to renewed conflict. The Commission says political and military leaders are undermining the 2018 peace agreement that ended years of civil war. South Africa's private investigator Paul O'Sullivan says he moved his family out of the country for the protection against the people who wanted to kill him. O'Sullivan is appearing before the ad hoc committee investigating allegations of criminal infiltration, corruption and political interference in the criminal justice system of the country. And Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has condemned the U.S. for sinking an Iranian frigate off the coast of Sri Lanka yesterday. Channel Africa News, on Nzinzi.
SABC News headlines. The African perspective. Sports on Channel Africa. The African perspective.
And a very good afternoon from the sports desk. I am Mosibu Dimakura with the latest sports news at the Sawa. So CAF has officially confirmed the dates as well as kick-off times for the upcoming quarter-final matches of the 2025-2026 CAF Champions League, setting up a series of high-profile encounters across the continent in March. So among the standout fixtures is the heavyweight clash between Egyptian giants Al Ahly as well as Tunisian champions Espérance Sportive de Tunis. The first leg will be played in Tunis on the 15th of March, the return leg scheduled for Cairo on the 21st of March. Another intriguing tie will see South African powerhouse Mamelodi Sundowns host Mali's Stade Milan. That's on the 13th of March in the opening leg in the capital city Pretoria. The decisive return match will then be played in Bamako on the 22nd of March. Defending champions Pyramids FC also face a demanding test against Moroccan military side AS FAR. Their first meeting is set on the 13th of March in Morocco before the return fixture in Egypt on the 21st of March. Meanwhile, Morocco's Aras Bakan will begin their quarterfinal against Sudanese side Al Hilal on the 14th of March, with the second leg scheduled for the 22nd of March.